This week on Sport Fishing, we're gonna go lobster fishing. We're out here on my boat, the Misueño 3, and fishing with me today is Captain Greg, my deckhand, and Dick, a friend of ours, is out with us. So the goal is we're gonna throw these hoop nets in. We're right over an area, big rock pile that we're gonna try to get some lobsters, maybe do some fishing while we're out here too. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish. That's a nice vermilion right there. Yeah, this is what fishing's like. I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life. Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
Howdy, it's lobster season. I'm Captain Greg, and we're going lobster fishing tonight. We'll be using hoop nets tonight. You're allowed 10 per boat or 5 per angler. We'll be using 2 different kinds of bait cages tonight. The regular screen type that you can buy at any fishing store. And these are the PVC types where you just put the salmon inside. We're using salmon heads tonight. And all we're gonna do is take a salmon head, shove it in there the best you can, get it in there, cap it, hook it to the hoop net, and you're done. The other style of bait cage we're going to use is the regular screen cage. Take a twist tie and tie each end securely to the ring at the bottom of the hoop net. This is the buoy that's going to float on top of the water so we can find our hoop nets and bring them back to the boat. In order to make them easier to find at night, we just have these little light sticks. You can get them at thrift stores, party supply stores, department stores, everybody sells them. You just crack them, and there's a chemical inside that glows. And this you'll be able to see for quite a distance at night. We've already pre-drilled a hole in the buoy, so we just stick it in like so it's nice and secure. Now when we throw the buoy in, we'll be able to shine a light on it and find it no matter where it is. Go up to it and pull it out of the water. Here we are in Long Beach Harbor, beautiful downtown Long Beach, and we're ready to start fishing. What we're doing right now is Dan is circling the area, looking at the bottom for any kind of structure, a rock pile or a wreck or something like that where the lobsters like to hide during the day so they don't get eaten by predators. So as soon as he sees some structure, he's going to yell at me, and I'm going to throw these nets over one at a time, each time he tells me to drop one.
There you go. We just put the boat on anchor. We're gonna wait till it gets dark. We don't want to start pulling those hoop nets too early, so wait till it gets dark. So in the meantime, the guys and I are gonna do a little bit of fishing. We got some lines out there, we've got some squid on bucktails, looking for maybe a sculpin, sand bass, you never know what to expect. Let's see what he's got. Here it comes. Oh, calico. Nice calico, good job, Dick. So this is the rig that Dick's got on here. He got a sliding sinker, long shank hook. We just got the long shank hook here because we got a whole squid. And it looks like a big hook, and it is, but as you just saw the fish you just caught right there, nice calico bass, worked out really good. All right, Dick, you're all set to go. What is it? It's a bass. Sand bass. Nice sand bass. Just fishing this rock pile. Dick got that calico bass, I got the sand bass. They're all hanging around this rock pile that we have the hoop nets down on. And that's part of the reason we got the hoop nets in this area, because there's several rock piles in this area. And the fish like it, the lobsters like it. And hopefully we're gonna be able to show you today some lobsters coming in on this area. Today in the Tackle Box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the accessories you need while you're lobster fishing. Now, this week's episode, we're fishing locally, trying to catch those lobsters in hoop nets, but it's really critical are just little aspects of the gear that you have. And one of the most critical ones, I think, is where you put that bait, the bait cage you use. Now, there's all kinds of different styles of bait cages. I like these rigid ones. There's soft cases. We used to try those in the early couple seasons. I tell you, don't even buy them, because what happens with those, there's so many seals around. The seals are educated to the hoop nets now. They dive right in them. They know there's bait in them. They can smell it and see it, and they bite right through those soft bags. So we've switched over to these hard, rigid cages. These work out really good. They have nice big openings, so I think the bait scent gets out really good. These other ones also work, the PVC ones. I just have more confidence using these ones, the rigid ones, because the openings are so much bigger. I think you'll be more successful with them, but I must, little disclaimer, I have caught quite a few lobsters using the PVC model too. Really easy to work. You just open up one side and you stick the bait in there. I think with the other ones you can get a little bit more bait in them, but again, I have caught lobsters using these too. Now these are really good, seal proof. They work really nice. These are for the most part seal proof, but to ensure that they're seal proof is you have to use zip ties. Use at least 2 zip ties to seal down each corner. You can kind of see how this one's torn a little bit. That's just from a seal getting in there, putting its teeth on there and trying to rip it apart. So even though this seals with a little cord on here, still use the zip ties to secure it really good. I would use at least 3. You can maybe get by with 1 in each corner, but I would put 1 in each corner and then 1 in the center, have 3 on there, and you'll be much safer using this. Now, above the water line, you want to use a light stick. You can use something like this that's battery powered, or you can use the glow sticks that you just snap and break. These are very simple to use. You press it once and it flashes. You press it twice and you got the solid blue color. I think they also have a white too. I might have some other colors, but I normally use the blue. And then this is what they look like in the stores. It has a little logo on there. They come with replacement batteries. This particular one's made by Promar. There's other models out there you can find on the internet, but these have worked for us. We've been using them last couple of seasons. What I like about these is I just buy them one time, costs a little bit of money, but they'll last me the whole season. You might even get 2 seasons out of them. Normally every season we replace them. If we do need more batteries, they come right with them, so it works out really good. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
All right, we're gapping our first, yep.
Now the way we do it here is the flat side of that buoy is facing toward the hoop net. So it's right here in my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and start bringing it up. And once you start picking it up, you can't slow down or you can't stop. If you give them any slack, they can jump out. I feel something.
All right.
I get a little more weight. I feel something. I see something.
Yeah. Double.
Triple. Oh, double and an octopus.
Double.
Double and an octopus. And we're using the ones that protect us from the seals there.
From the tubes.
All right, there's an octopus here. Nice little octopus. Go ahead and release him. Make great bait. Tastes good too. We'll let him go. Now we gotta check these to see if they're legal, so Greg's gonna get a gauge out. I think one's legal, I think maybe one's short. And the way you check these?
Check the short one.
We're gonna check them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this one first.
Okay.
Because if this one's legal.
Yeah, I don't think that one's legal.
They're right between the eyes. And, and as long as it touches this back plate.
He's legal.
Which it does. He's legal. Now we're going to check him 2 or 3 times.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. But as long as it clicks on this back plate, it's 3 1/4 inches long.
Not back here in the tail. But
yeah, see this is the tail, but this one solid plate, his back plate. We'll check him one more time.
Shows the camera. Yeah, he's legal, as long as he's touching.
And we know this guy's legal, but we like to check them unless they're humongous. I see this guy's obviously
way legal.
Way legal.
Cool. All right, my first one of the night got a double. All right, I got to go back and run the boat.
So now they're starting to get active.
Yeah, they're going pretty good now.
Now they're starting to get active, so we should have a good night.
All right, and that's the whole thing. We got full moon, and like Greg said, lobsters are really sensitive to the tide. What Greg was pointing out earlier is that lobsters are very sensitive to the tide, and as it gets closer to high tide, the more active the lobsters will get, and we still got a few hours to go before we're close to high tide. So hopefully we'll get some more. All right, we're gonna take a little break from the action here and go to the galley and show you how to cook up one of these delicious lobsters that we're catching tonight. All right.
Good job.
This week in the galley, we're at Gladstone's in Long Beach, California, and standing next to me is professional chef Pete. He runs a kitchen here at Gladstone's, been around the cooking industry for a long, long time, running restaurants. Hey Chef, thanks for having us back.
You're welcome, a pleasure.
Really appreciate it. And what does he have in store for us today?
Today I'm gonna make you a lobster mac and cheese.
Wow, that sounds good.
Yes, it is.
Two of my favorite things.
Cool.
So how do we get started, Chef?
Well, I got a little jump start for you here on the camera. I got a Maine lobster here. You can use a California lobster, that'd work well too. I've already taken all the meat out of the shell and out of the arms and out of the claws. Just wanna give that a little chop. And then over here I've got a saute pan. A little bit of butter into this one. So here's some shallots. And we're gonna saute that up a little bit. And then I'm gonna add the lobster meat.
There, you hear that cooking.
Bring this back on here like this. I'm just gonna let that cook just a little bit. A little sherry wine. And like I said, it really imparts a good flavor to the lobster meat. Sherry's a good one for that. And then over here, I've got some lobster sauce for our mac and cheese. And basically this is just a cream sauce that's been flavored with some lobster base. And we've added mascarpone cheese, mozzarella cheese. And now I'm gonna finish this off with sharp cheddar cheese. I'm gonna drop this pasta over here in this water, bring it back up to temperature. So I'm just trying to melt some of this sharp cheddar cheese into the sauce right now. Bringing up my pasta, shaking off the excess water that's inside of the noodle. Adding this to here. Gonna give this a little mix now. And then we're gonna bring this over here to this casserole dish. Spoon this up in here like this.
That looks good there, but I know when it's finished, it's gonna look even better.
Now what we like to do is we like to add provolone cheese to this, some panko breadcrumbs, and some Parmesan cheese. So I think we have like 5 cheeses inside of this right now. Now here in the kitchen, I've got this super hot oven in the back. So I'm gonna pass this over, get it into the hot oven. We're gonna have it right back out in a couple minutes. Lobster mac and cheese, thank you, chef. Here we go, look at this. Bubbling and nice and brown on top. This casserole dish is hot, so do be careful, okay? And we're gonna slide this over onto this plate right now. Just like that. And then we're gonna garnish this with a little chopped parsley on the top. I've got a little truffle oil.
Truffle oil?
Truffle oil, just a touch on the top. Not overpowering, just a nice little, what is that flavor? Truffle oil. Little chopped tomato. And there you have it, lobster mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's a beautiful dish. And it's neat to be here in the kitchen to see the way you operate with how everything's already prepared. Like I said, I tried doing a dish like this, didn't look anything like this. And it took me about 2 hours from beginning to end. By the time I chopped everything up and got started, this just looks really magnificent.
Yeah. Well, that's the advantage of me having 25 guys, because there's probably 7 guys involved in every component of the dish. So you're right, it's a chore by yourself, but it's worth the effort.
Right, and this is something you can do at home.
Yes.
That's awesome. I hope you don't mind, Chef, but I gotta try this.
Help yourself. It's hot, be careful.
Yeah, it looks really hot. Got a little piece of lobster in there. And you can taste all those different cheeses. Just different layers of flavor.
That's the goal.
That's awesome. Thank you, Chef.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
It's always great to work with you.
A pleasure, thank you.
Thank you very much. Chef Pete here at Gladstone's. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing.
A little heavier.
Yeah, we got one.
Throw that down, throw that down.
All right, well, Dick just pulled in a real nice one here. We're gonna measure him to be sure. But he looks way legal to me. He looks actually bigger than the last two that we caught. So as soon as he lets go, I'll let him grab a hold of me. Yeah, he's way, way, way legal.
Right.
This is the perfect size for eating. You know, he's way legal. You don't have to worry about if he's too small. Very nice.
Certainly one of the more popular animals that people like to see when they come to the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium are the California spiny lobster. You may notice that these don't have the big claws you find in the supermarket lobsters that people buy. These guys are bottom feeders, and they're kind of scavengers, grabbing anything they can. During the night, these are more active predators. During the day, they're in their crevices amongst the rocks and hidden.
Feels like a little weight to it.
Oh, what do we got? What do we got? We got a spider crab. Some people eat them.
I don't.
I have never tried to cook one, but they look kind of nasty, so I kind of stay away from them.
What do you got, Greg?
I got three. I see three.
Oh!
Got a good one.
Oh, baby!
Oh, look at that big one.
I gotta go down for this
A
one.
couple of big ones.
Check this out, Daniel. Yep, that's the biggest one tonight.
Yeah.
Just a little bit bigger than all the rest of them.
And we've had a few this season that were so big, they almost filled up the whole hoop net. I mean, this one isn't nearly that big, but this is our biggest one of the night, for sure.
Yeah, there he is. You got your gauge on? You have your gauge in the pocket? What did I do with my gauge?
I got one gauge. I always keep one on me.
We'll let him hang on me there for a
He's
second.
so big. This one you
All right, go ahead and measure him. We'll measure him this way.
look at that. He is so big. That's a good one.
Well, look at this.
There we go.
I'm getting hungry already.
All right. And the limit is 7 per person. So legally, the three of us, we can get 21 lobsters. We're not going to get 21 tonight, but we're doing pretty good. We're whacking at them.
Where's my light? I see color. I see two.
Oh,
Whoa.
double!
We got two on the little tube bait cage.
Yep.
Put it up here so they don't jump out. Those are both nice legal ones too. You got
I don't
your
know.
gauge with you?
That little one, the one might be a little small.
That's pretty good.
Think he's legal?
I think so. But, you know, we're gonna check. I'll let him grab my hand. I got the glove.
Oh, he's way legal.
Oh, he's way legal. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
his
the
back
point.
right there.
That's good.
Man, this one's bigger.
Now, another thing you have to remember is you cannot clean your lobsters on the boat. You can't even clean them at the dock. You have to take them home with your lobster card and everything, and then you can actually check them. But on the boat or at the dock or driving home, you can't touch them. You have to keep them intact, alive, and that way if you do get stopped somewhere by Fish and Game, they can measure the whole lobster and see that it's legal. But this is a nice double.
And on the tube bait again.
Yeah,
These were designed to
keep the seals out.
seal proof, right? And we weren't sure about them, but they seem to be catching lobster tonight.
Yeah,
so,
doing really good.
yeah.
Well, we're having a great time out here. This is what we do when we're out lobster fishing. Those of you who have boats at home, you know, it's really easy to do, but this is kind of what we do on the charters and stuff. It's just an awesome thing. And Greg, Captain Greg, good friend of mine, is also my deckhand. He's a licensed skipper. So every time I'm out here with them, we have 2 licensed skippers on the boat. Well, let's take a little break from the action out here in beautiful Long Beach lobster fishing. And when we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. Did you know that California spiny lobsters can grow to weights of 8 pounds, 15 pounds, or 26 pounds? That's right, a California spiny lobster can grow up to 26 pounds. For this week's tip of the week, I want to give you a little tip about when you're lobster fishing like this, you have lots of seals. You have to really be careful with your bait cages. This is one of the bait cages we used today. And even though we had zip ties on it, you can see how the seals got in there and just really tore it up. So what we like to do is go to these ones when we get invaded by seals. These are the PVC style, and they're really easy to bait up. They just pop up on one side and you slide your bait in there like that, and they work out really good. You know, when we first started with them, we didn't have a lot of faith in them, but over the years we've catch more and more lobsters using these. And these are my favorite, but when you just have too many seals, the big tip is to switch to these PVC ones. They're really seal proof. And we did good today. Dick's holding 2, Captain Greg's got 2. We ended up the day with 8 lobsters and 1 crab. We threw back a couple of other crabs, but remember, crab season is year-round here in Southern California, but lobster season is very seasonal. Usually starts in October and ends in March, like right now, just the last couple of days of the season. But we had a good time out there today. We had a little bit of wind, a little bit of weather, but we did pretty good.
Can't complain.
Yeah, I know. We've had some really good days out where we got 18, 20 lobsters a night, and we've had worse days where we're happy to get 2 or 3, but 8 tonight's pretty good. Thanks for joining me, Dick. Thanks, Captain Greg. Had a good time. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.